Hi, Gary Klaben here. What would you die for? You know, that was a line made famous by Jack Benny, but it's been in many, many movies and shows and so forth. You know, it's an interesting question to ask ourselves if it's a serious question. And in fact, I was with some entrepreneurs a few years ago, and four of us, and we talked about it at a very deep level. Now, you know, the simple answer is, of course, you'd die for your spouse, your children, your grandchildren, your parents, your siblings. I mean, those are kind of, I won't say simple, but they certainly are things we would consider dying for. How about dying for your faith? How about dying for freedom? How about the truth? Something that's very important to you. And that gets to be a little further. How about dying for someone that you don't even know? Like rescuing somebody from a burning building or a burning car, or jumping on a grenade if you're in the military in that situation. You know, it gets into all sorts of things. But the point is, if you knew that your child could be saved by an operation, a procedure that costs $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, and you had the money, you'd pay for it. But on the other hand, what do? Well, we decide forever about whether or not we're going to go to a movie that's overpriced, or to buy a certain cut of beef that's overpriced, or to even do certain things that are seemingly minuscule in relationship to the money I've just been speaking of. But it's funny how we get distracted by things that are $5, $10, $15, $20, and we can spend days frustrated about it, telling everyone about it and everything else, and at the same time we'd go give $2 million to save a loved one. Seems somewhat of a dichotomy, and sometimes I think we lose trace or track of what money really means ultimately, and can get too myopic about it, because there's not a person out there on their deathbed would say, gee, I wish I had $5 million more dollars. They usually say something like, I wish I had more time with my family, or I had pursued this goal that I just didn't do, and didn't have the time to do, or I did things differently. And so when you're looking at your money and you know, what would you die for, how would you look at that now when you start making those simple everyday decisions? Just something to keep in context, to think about for the future. So until next time, enjoy.